Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Zach, for tipping me off to this. I think KDM's got a part in this too. I don't know if she wants blame, but I think she's involved. Apparently, I know literally less than usual. But apparently there's some fun stuff to be had here.
People against Nicholas John Bennett, file number 24F7016542.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nijad Mihan appearing on behalf of Mr. Nicholas Bennett, P59371.
Good morning. Mr. Bennett, your name?
Nicholas Bennett.
All right, let me just read my notes here. He didn't show up for court back in June. I issued a warrant for his arrest, and now he's in custody because I arraigned him on January 28th and set 50,000 10%. Counsel, where are we? Was there not a review hearing that was going to be scheduled?
No, Judge. So I think at that time, prior counsel might have requested a referral for a competency evaluation. That was not done, I believe, because he had KPS. We are withdrawing that request. He is going to waive his preliminary examination.
All right. Did you talk to the prosecutor about this?
I did.
He didn't send in a stip form. Can you bring him in here? All right, Mr. Bennett, do you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes.
All right, so I want to make sure I'm going to cover a couple of things with you here, okay? Just bear with me. I need to wait for the prosecutor, counsel.
Okay.
So he's charged, let me start here. He's charged with one count of possession of an analog, alprazolam, and he does have a fourth offense notice, meaning if he's convicted of meaning if you're convicted of something that carries with it less than 15 years, you could get, I'm sorry, less than 5 years, you could get 15. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
So initially there was a competency exam request made. I want to make sure you understand everything here. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, I do.
And you feel capable of assisting your lawyer?
Yes, I do.
And you understand he asked me to withdraw any request for competency?
Yes, sir.
Exam.
Yes, I do.
And you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with it.
You feel you understand the nature and object of these proceedings and that you're capable of assisting in your defense?
Yes, I am.
He now tells me you wish to waive your right to a preliminary examination. Is that true?
Yes.
If you waive your right to an exam, you will automatically be bound over for further proceedings to the Wayne County Circuit Court. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. Is that how you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Anybody force you to do that?
No, they didn't.
All right. I'm going to accept the waiver. I find the waiver's been made voluntarily and understandingly. You're bound over for further proceedings. I'm going to make a note. Defendant withdrew request for competency exam. You're bound over for further proceedings to the Wayne County Circuit Court. The AOI date, arraignment on the information, will be on February the 11th. February the 11th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue the bond.
Judge,
What do
Can I
you, what do you, what do you want?
address the issue of bond?
Yeah, if I can get the prosecutor in here. Did you call him?
Yep, I'll call him again, Your Honor. Must be busy today. The judge needs a lot in here.
Now,
Like right now, he said, right now. Okay.
Why are you unnecessarily wasting the judicial time of this court?
come on up. Your name?
Mohammed.
So you understand they're withdrawing their request for a competency exam, correct?
For which case is it?
This is Nicholas Bennett.
They're withdrawing it?
Did you guys talk before you came in here?
Judge, we talked about the waiver of the exam. I don't think this prosecutor knows anything about the competency request that was made back in the summer, I think, or sometime.
He didn't show up then.
That was a DV case, correct?
Hang on. This is a felony, possession of analog. I'm going to get to the misdemeanor in a second. He made a request for a competency exam. We set it up. He didn't show up. He missed his review hearing date. I issued a warrant. He then was brought in. I set a $50,000, 10% bond. His lawyer just appeared here, said they're withdrawing their request for the competency exam. Mr. Bennett indicates he understands the nature and object of the proceedings against him and feels capable he can assist in his defense. And then they waived. So I want to be clear, and you don't have any objection to the waiver, correct?
Correct.
You didn't send in a stip form. Listen,
There was no more stip forms in the back.
well, let's get them.
Your Honor, I just made 100 copies of back there.
All right. Listen, when we call you, you got to come in, okay?
Judge, I was in the hallway, and so the officers came out to me and
Okay,
told me.
fair enough. All right, so now he wants to address bond. You can go ahead, Mr. Mahan.
So, Judge, it
And then
was not a
I'm
doubt.
going to go on to the, hang on, and then I'm going to go on to the domestic misdemeanor. I don't know if you entered an appearance on his behalf on that one or not.
No, Judge, I'm appointed on this, so the misdemeanor is being handled by MIDC.
Good enough. Go ahead. What would you like to say?
Judge, it's without a doubt that he's a habitual fourth. He has been locked up in Merlo County since November. His out date is on February the 14th. The way this case was brought about was he sent a request to your court so that he could be arraigned on his warrant. Judge, this case involves one single pill of Xanax. That's all it involves. It is without a doubt that once we get downtown, he's going to get a probation on this. So based on that, Judge, I see no reason why he should remain to be locked up. I would respect requests from the court to seriously consider a personal bond or the alternative 5,000, 10%.
Well, I get it, but I'm not going to beg these guys to show up. Why did he show up? I want to know why he wasn't here in June.
Mr. Bennett, go ahead and address the court as to why he didn't show up.
I wasn't there in June because last year my grandma got moved up north. So her address wasn't moved up there. I had my address at that address. She told me I couldn't use her address no more. So I never knew the date was there or there was anything that was mailed to me. So I didn't find out until I got up here out of here last year. My grandma said I could use that address. I just started getting the paperwork, the court paperwork from you guys with the warrants and the court dates like 6 months after the fact.
You didn't think we threw the file in the garbage, did you? Come on.
No, I knew that.
Don't. I don't want to hear this nonsense.
This is fun already.
What is your position here?
Judge, I'll defer to the court's discretion, but would just request if he was put on a personal that it would be with a GPS tether. Due to his lack of failure to appear in the past.
He was not to be released without a GPS tether back in July of 23. Were you ever affixed with a tether then?
No, they what happened was Monroe County picked me up last year on one of their warrants. I cleared that up and then they let me go on a tether, and on my when I got released on a tether, it snapped off. So I got picked back up by Merlo and Wayne County. I issued a plea by mail to Wayne County. I did the video, or Wayne County charges through the video. So Merlo let me go with no tether because that case was done.
You just have a capious history, okay? That's the problem. You didn't show up on your domestic case either. So I'll reduce it, counsel. I hear what you're saying, but I'll reduce it to 10,000, 10%. I'm not going to order GPS. He's going to show up this time. He'll have to sit in jail longer, although that's not my problem. That's his. No contact with the... Hang on one second. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, AA, NA 3 times a week. You're bound over for further proceedings. I'll make it 10,000, 10%. I'm then going to address the domestic charge with a MIDC lawyer. So 10,000, 10%, post 1,000, you're out. Stop playing this game, though. You're going to get yourself in all kinds of trouble. I'll deal with the contempt issue momentarily. Can we get somebody in here to deal with that? Mr. Kerman, are you ready on that with him?
He hasn't spoken to anyone.
All right. Mr.
Your Honor, with mine, it's
Mejia,
just
so
a contempt hearing.
Hang on.
With mine,
Mr.
Mr. Bennett, it's just a
hang on,
contempt.
hang on. Mr. Mahana, that's what I'm doing on your case. So
I
I'm binding
appreciate
him
it.
over 9 o'clock next week, 10,000, 10%. Those are the bond conditions. Have a good day. Do you need
Thank
to
you,
talk
you
to
too.
him, Mr. Carmen, right now?
Your Honor, mine is just a contempt hearing for failure to pay.
Right. So do you need to talk to him or should I call the case? You're up.
Your Honor, you can call the case.
Nicholas John Bennett, 24F71016542. Wait a minute. Hang on. I'm sorry. It's 23F6330. My apologies. Your appearance, sir?
Michael A. Carmen, P73824, on behalf of the defendant.
Mr. Bennett, your name?
Nicholas Bennett.
All right, so just so you know, let me just check one thing here. I sentenced him, for the record, back on July 24th of 23. The total was $885. I didn't order anything else except I said he was going to serve 33 more days if he didn't pay his fines and costs. I ended up setting up a payment plan with him, even though he hadn't shown up. May 7 of 24 said pay $60 per month beginning May 10 of 24. And told him to come in and talk to me, and then he didn't do anything. October 17th. We issued another warrant, so that's where we are. So what would you like to say? I need to take either a guilty plea to failure to pay or have a contested hearing, whatever your pleasure, Mr. Kerman.
Mr. Bennett, you didn't pay that amount, correct?
Yes, sir.
So be a guilty plea, Your Honor.
So, sir, if you plead guilty, you could get those additional days, 33 more days. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
You're entitled to a hearing. At that hearing, you have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, to testify or remain silent. If you remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights, including your right to a contested hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Do you wish to plead guilty
Yes, I do.
to the charge you failed to pay $1,077? How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay that amount?
Yes, I did.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, they didn't.
Do you work
No, I don't.
when you're not? Why not?
Because I get SSI through the state.
How much do you receive?
$967. I just started getting it last year in April.
Why didn't you come and talk to me?
I was bouncing around and I had too much going on, and then I was in and out.
Too
the
much
rehab.
going on with what?
I was back and forth in the rehabs, didn't have a place to stay, and arguing with my family.
What do you want to say, Mr. Carmen?
Your Honor, I'll leave it to the discretion of the court.
How long you been in Monroe County now?
Since November 30th.
I'm going to give you credit for time served. It's not that you need it, or I'm sorry, it's not that you deserve it. It is that you clearly don't have the money and you've spent the time in there. You already spent 60 days on this case. Good luck to you. I wish you well.
Thank you,
We're
Your
all
Honor.
set on that one. Merlo, Stephen Richard Merlo, 24B716-929. Mr. Merlo here?
He's on Zoom.
I really like him. I'm going to give you a break, not because you deserve it, but just because you're so pathetic. Good luck.
Good morning, Your Honor. Douglas Mons, P4916 on behalf of Mr. Merlo. Mr. Merlo, could you unmute? State your name for the record.
Stephen Merlo.
All right, who's here on this case for Brownstown? Do I have somebody from Brownstown or detective on this?
Morse is coming.
Your Honor, Sergeant Moore from Brownstown Police.
All right, I don't believe your client has ever been printed on this case, counsel.
I'm not aware of that, Your Honor. We do not have discovery yet as well.
Is there digital discovery on this case? Is that what you're awaiting?
We don't have any discovery. I talked with the APA, Miss Alawi, and she said that it was sent to a previous counsel the day before I got appointed. Nevertheless, we're ready to schedule this for an exam, and we have a stipulated date of February 18th.
All right, so you're going to get you're going to have the. I don't know what you mean by previous counsel. Weren't you the only one appointed on this?
Well, according to Miss Alawi, there was someone else that she sent discovery to on January the 29th, and she just sent me the discovery today. But instead of adjourning this for, okay.
So this is definitely going to proceed to an exam, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Merlo.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do you understand what your lawyer has said here?
No, sir. I'm trying to figure that out right now.
All right, he has his discovery, the materials that he needs to read to prepare. Okay, he's asking me to adjourn this case until February the 18th. You have the right to a preliminary exam within 21 days of the date of the arraignment. If I grant that request, that means that exam will not take place within 21 days of the date of the arraignment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You waive that right?
Could I go in a breakout room with my lawyer?
Ms. Alawi, your name?
Nora Alawi on behalf of the people.
All right. Did you go over and get it printed, Mr. Merlo?
No, I didn't even know that there was a warrant or anything. I talked to the detective.
Hang on. Judge Hessen arraigned you on January 27th. She signed an order for you to go over there on January 27th. Why didn't you go over there?
I never got no paperwork or anything. I got arrested.
Hang on. That isn't my question. I want to know why, when a judge ordered you to go get printed on January 27th, why you didn't do that.
I was in jail. I got arraigned.
You were in jail?
Yes, I got arraigned. And I bonded out for this case.
Well, why didn't you go over there once you bonded out and get your prints taken?
I had no paperwork, or no one told me I needed prints taken or anything.
Well, she wouldn't just write it down and sign an order and keep it a secret from you. Lisa, send me another order for prints. You're going over there today, okay?
Just so you know, we video arraigned him from Wayne County Jail.
Okay, I don't know what, but she still filled out an order saying for him to get prints. So if he bonded out that day, he should have gone over. If he did the day he bonded out, he should have gone over. So send me another order for prints. I'm gonna sign it. Do you still need to go in and talk to your lawyer?
Yes, please.
Mr. Mons, I'm happy to take the waiver, but he's got to waive it, right? I'm not the waiver of the exam. I mean, the waiver of his right to an exam within 21 days, but he wants to talk to you. So you guys go in.
Okay.
And let us know. And when you come out, we'll be glad to call your case next. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do I have Mr. Sorrell ready? Do I have Mr. Do I have Mr. Collins here on this other case?
Yes. Colin.
People against Dejan Latrell Lindsay, 248-727-1791. And Demetrius Deontay Johnson, 248-727-1792. Is Mr. Johnson here?
Right. Minute. Was he supposed to be on Zoom? I think he was supposed to be on Zoom, correct, Your Honor?
I told him to come in person, I believe. I could be wrong.
I don't know. Let me see.
Judge.
Yeah, Judge, we had that mix up last time, and I think you allowed him to come on Zoom
I
again.
think so too.
Yeah.
Well, he's not here.
Well, I'm calling him right now. I didn't realize he wasn't on Zoom because I've been in the room with the prosecutor. Mr. Johnson, you need to be on Zoom.
And where's your client at? He's been in Macomb. Did you talk to him, Mr. Well, let's wait till everybody comes in.
Okay. All right.
Do we have everybody out there on Zoom yet, Lisa?
We're just waiting on Mr. Johnson.
Okay, so Mr. Lindsay's out there?
No, Mr. Lindsay is in Macomb County still. He's on a writ from Wayne County to Macomb County.
If you didn't know,
Lisa, did we try to get him from Macomb County this
that's just my opinion.
No, because he was supposed to be back yesterday, but I just looked it up and his next court date is now the 18th at Macomb County.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It does say personal bond though. I'm not sure how that works between the jails.
Yeah, and he's got a few other matters, I think, that are holding him.
Excuse me, did you say his next court date out there is the 18th?
That's what it says on the Macomb County website.
Isn't that the date of birth?
Oh, that's true, Miss Watt. Absolutely.
Hang on. Let's just slow down. Where is Mr. Johnson at? Is he here yet?
He's not.
Let's just
I'm
slow
gonna show a
down.
warrant for him then. Where did you get a hold of him?
I have his number. I left a message and I'm texting him as I sit here.
People are
I
all
was not
getting on my
aware he was
nerves.
not on because I was immediately sent to speak to the prosecutor when I logged on at 10. And I've been speaking with him until I came back into the courtroom. And
Are we going to, okay, I need to wait, but is this definitely going to go to exam, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Judge, I think Miss Watt and I tried to get on the video system with Macomb. I'm registered, but I couldn't get in. I have another date set up to confirm that my client wants to hold his exam, but I'm going to do that between now and whatever date we set. And it sounds like the 18th date we set previously is not going to work because he's in Macomb County Court on that day.
This case has been going on too long for an RNC. I mean, if it was, and I'm not blaming anybody, but I need to move this along. And your client, if he isn't here in about 5 or 10 minutes, I'm going to issue a warrant on Mr. Johnson. Let me go on to this other case. If you guys want to check back in 10 or 15 minutes, that's fine. Okay. Thank you. Stephen Richard Merlo, 24B is 716929. Mr. Mons, your name?
Good morning once again, Your Honor. Douglas Mons, P4916, on behalf of Mr. Merlo, who again is on video. Mr. Merlo, once again, could you state your name for the record?
Stephen Merlo.
All right, let's cover it again. Do you still want to do the exam on the 18th, Mr. Mons?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Merlo, if I do that, if I set it for that, that means the preliminary exam will not take place within 21 days of the date of the arraignment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to waive that right?
Yes.
Anybody force you to do that?
No.
It's going to be February the 18th. At what time, Lisa, we're going to do that day?
10:45.
At 10:45, okay?
Okay.
Was there not something else that we had to talk about here? Oh, yes, and I need another order for prints. Did you send it down here? Sir, you have to go over and get printed and photographed. Mr. Merlo?
Yes.
You have to go over and you have to go, listen. You have to go over and get printed and photographed by 1 p.m. at the Brownstown Police Department.
Okay.
We're going to send an order over there. You don't need paperwork. You can go over there in the next, whenever, 15 minutes, okay? We'll send the order over to Brownstown, and I'll see everybody here February 18th.
Okay,
As
sounds
a
good.
condition of your bond, you make sure you go.
You didn't say the cat jumped on his wiener, did you?
Mr. Mons also has Chamberlain. Do you have that one up there?
I do not.
Maybe we'll see if the prosecutors. He's working on Chamberlain out there now.
Ma'am, are you a whore? You're not a whore? Not a whore? You're not a whore? I never want to hear it again. Sweet Jesus. You're not a whore? Not a whore? You're not a whore? I never want to hear it again. It gets worse.
There were drugs involved that were given to me that ended up being glue. Like I smoked some glue and stuff. I thought I was smoking crack.
Let's go. You didn't say the cat jumped on his
Lisa, we're going to.
Sit down and shut up.
What day did you say, Mr. Lindsay's date was for Macomb? The 18th?
The 18th at 8:30.
Well, is there a reason I can't do the exam next week?
Can you just let this go?
Well, we'd have to get him out of Macomb in person.
Yeah, I think that's the way I'm leaning though.
I
I'm not
don't.
gonna be here the 25th.
They won't transport
I'm
him
not.
out. That's the only issue.
What's that?
They won't transport him.
Well, this is a Woodhaven case. Maybe Woodhaven can go get it.
Mr. Sharks. Not a whore? Mr. Sharks. Mr.
Sharps, Mr. Sharps.
You're not a whore? You're not a whore? I never want to hear it again. You're not a whore? You're not a whore? I never want to hear it again.
Now, if anybody thinks this is okay, I am in the wrong.
Chamberlain. Mark Chamberlain. 24B74790.
Ready.
I need your appearance and I need you to start your video.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Douglas Mons, P4916, on behalf of Mr. Chamberlain, who should be here by Zoom.
Chamberlain, your name?
Judge,
Street, man. I gotta go to the doctor later anyway.
I just lost him. He's been sitting here all morning and now he's gone. Oh, here he is. Here he is. He might have lost connection.
Mr. Chamberlain, your name?
Chamberlain.
All right, give me 1 second, counsel. I just need to sign a couple orders here.
Okay.
What's this? Yeah.
State your name for the record, ma'am. These nuts. Okay, thank you.
All right, this one's going to proceed to an exam. Is that right, Mr. Mons?
That's correct, Your Honor. I'd like the same date of February 18th, please.
What time did I give you on the other one? 10?
10:45.
We'll make this one at 10. Sir,
Okay.
you have the right to a preliminary exam within 21 days of the date of the arraignment. Your lawyer needs an adjournment. If I grant that request, that means the preliminary exam will not take place within 21 days of the date of the arraignment. Do you understand that? You got to keep your, I don't know why we're not catching you. Are you muted?
I'm sure. I'm so good at this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You got to get close to the device and keep your voice up nice and loud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm close to the. Can you hear me now, sir?
I can. Do you wish to waive that right that I just talked about?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to waive that right?
No, Your Honor.
February 18th at 10 a.m. will be your exam date. You have to be here in person. Okay, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll see you here then. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I don't know what goes on with this call. Do I pull it here or is there more good stuff? A lot of you have seen it. Tell me.
Carlin Edwards Schiller, 25B 701350. Mr. Schiller, your name?
Mr. Schiller's got some promise. Buttoned up,
Your
pledged.
name? Mr. Schiller, I need your name.
Carlin Schiller, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Schulman, your name? You're muted, Mr. Schulman.
Tells these guys to do that.
Mr. Schulman, you are muted. There you go. Mr. Schulman,
Yes, good morning.
your appearance?
Yes, Sanford Shulman, P 43230.
Why do we need to adjourn it for 2 weeks? I don't mind the exam being in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I don't necessarily need 2 weeks. We had to, Mr. Schiller provided erroneous information, which meant I couldn't contact him for today, but we straightened that out. I was talking to the wrong prosecutor because this is a DV case. I straightened that out. I have the discovery. So we're good. He's out on bond. 1 week is fine.
Okay, Ms. Louie, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Nor Ali on behalf of the people.
So you want to just adjourn the PCC for 1 week, the February 11th, and the exam to the 18th, right? Mr.
Yes.
Schulman?
Yes, and just,
All right.
Judge, I'm sorry, just as caveat, the people indicate there's some video discovery that hasn't been forwarded. I assume they can do that in an expeditious manner. But other
You're
than
gonna get that. You're going to get that to him, right, Ms. Louie?
Absolutely. I just received it today, so I plan on sending it in just a second.
Okay, excellent. Perfect.
Thank you. Mr. Schiller, you have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days of the date of the arraignment. You have the right to a preliminary exam within 21 days of the date of the arraignment. Your lawyer tells me he needs a little bit more time to prepare. He's asking me to adjourn this 1 week on the PCC to the 11th and the preliminary exam to the 18th. Do you wish to give up those rights?
No.
Okay,
You can't confirm. Oh, hang on.
No.
I don't know whoever's there saying no, but they cannot be involved in this. You got a good lawyer here. He needs more time to prepare. And I'm going to ask whoever's in the background there to resist the temptation. Do not talk to Mr. Schiller.
Shut your hole.
You understand what I said, ma'am?
Yes.
Good. All right. What do you want to do? Do you want to have your lawyer be unprepared and have to come here and do an exam next week? Or do you want to give him the opportunity to prepare so he can have a preliminary exam in a week and a probable cause conference in a week and a preliminary exam in 2 weeks? It's up to you.
Yes, Your Honor, that is fine.
Do you waive those rights?
Yes.
You're looking at your mother, whoever that is again, and she's not a lawyer. Did she go to law school?
No, I'm just looking.
Well, then what? Well, that's like me giving advice about how to fix somebody's arm. Give me a break. Do you want to waive that right, or do you want to insist that he go forward without being prepared? It's up to you.
Your Honor, he needs to be prepared, so I waive the right.
Do you waive those rights?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Anybody
Carlin
force
got
you to
there.
do that?
He figured it out.
February 11th at what time, Lisa? And February 18th
From
at what
Judge's
time?
not so subtle hint.
9:15 on the 11th and 10:30 on the 18th.
10:30 on
Well
the
done.
18th. That exam has to be in. Obviously, that's going to be in person. You can appear by Zoom on the 11th, Mr. Schulman, at 9:15. Okay.
Very good. Thank you so much for that.
I'll see everybody here in a week. Thank you very. Oh, wait a minute.
Your Honor.
Wait. I got one. You're here on Schiller, right?
Yes, Your
Is
Honor.
this yours? Oh,
Yes, Your Honor.
I also got a complaint of violation of conditional release that we have to address, Mr. Schulman.
I was not aware of that.
Detective Attard, your name?
Detective Ronaldo Tar, Brownstown Police.
It says on February 3rd, victim Carrie Gell called Detective Attard, OIC of the original case, to inform Detective Attard of the bond violation committed by defendant Schiller. Following conditions: no contact with victim Gell. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Defendant Schiller contacted Carrie Gell via telephone on the above date and time. He writes the phone number down. Defendant Schiller demanded to know where his vehicle was. Jelly advised he was not supposed to contact. Jelly provided Attard with screenshots of the initial call as well as 4 additional attempts using 6-7. So let me let you in on a secret as to what could happen here, Mr. Schiller. Right now, this 50,000, 10% bond that somebody posted, who's Jason Schiller?
My brother, Your Honor.
He could be eating that 50,000, 10%. I could revoke that bond. I could forfeit the bond, revoke the release, and set 100,000 cash and make you come in here and surrender yourself to the court. And then, just then, we might get around to handling the case when everybody else feels like handling it. So I don't know if you are not inclined to listen to judges' bond conditions, or you're in the habit of ignoring judges' orders. I'd do a 360 pronto right now if I was you.
Okay, Your Honor, yes.
Do you get what I'm saying to you?
I understand, Your Honor, yes.
Because I'm telling you, I do not tolerate that. It's no contact. You can't write, phone, see, text, email, communicate with her, drive by her house, write her, email, have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. You do it again, you will live to regret it. Trust me. How long were you in the county jail?
Long enough, Your Honor.
How long is long enough?
A few days. That's it.
You could be going back there in the next 45 minutes. Mr. Schulman, talk to your client. Tell him not to do that again, or we're going to have a massive problem here.
Very good.
You understand what I'm saying, Mr. Schiller?
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Thanks, Detective.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ray True Love. 25W701-726. Mr. Carmen, your appearance?
Right to the podium here.
I need Mr. Carmen.
Just disappear.
Carmen, your name?
Michael Carmen, B7384 on behalf of the defendant.
Ma'am, your name?
Sheree Trula.
How long do you need?
Just a week.
Okay. February the 11th. What time, Lisa?
9:30.
At 9:30 a.m., ma'am. You can go down the hall and get your notice, all right? We'll see
What
you
was
back
that
here
name?
next Tuesday.
Sharachula?
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
No.
Are you
Good luck.
serious?
Thank you.
What else do I
I
have?
might have heard
out
it
here?
wrong. I might have heard it wrong.
Has Mr. Johnson showed up yet?
No, not on Zoom.
Is that like if you can't decide between Cheryl and Rachel?
We are going to show cause the surety company on this one, Lisa.
We are going to show
We're going to
cause
show
the shit
cause
out
the
of this.
surety company as to why the bond ought not be forfeited.
Which one?
That's on Johnson, but I'll make a note. I'll let everybody know how I'm proceeding on that one when he comes back. I had Merlo. That's good. Okay. Mr. Cooper, did you talk to the prosecutor yet?
Yes, Judge, they're going to have my client zoom in from the police station. The prosecutor, I'm going to obviously ask for a dismissal. He's going to ask for an adjournment. They're not ready.
All right, we'll go ahead and let me get the file. I don't even know what case you're here on. I don't have a file yet. As soon as I get it, I will call that case, okay?
Thank you so much.
Attention, esteemed viewers. If you are hearing this message, it means that you are sadly witnessing a dark moment in the history of legal discourse. Yes, it's true.
Yeah, I know.
Law Talk with Mike is experiencing what
I'm
we
getting ready to cancel Zoom on all of these lawyers. Let everybody come in. This is just.
Mr. Cooper, did you want to break out room first?
You want a breakout room first, Mr. Cooper? Mr. Cooper?
A breakout room with my client? Yes.
Do you need one? Okay. Ask him to bring that one in too.
Cooper,
Whatever is.
that's Holmes.
in the business call, a plot hole size lull. This is, of course, due entirely to Mike's, let's say, ambitious approach to preparation. And by ambitious, I mean utterly devoid. Yes, the very fabric of our legal system, as represented by this live stream, has encountered a, shall we say, temporal anomaly. A hiccup, a veritable vacuum of action.
Sing it, everybody.
And who is to blame? Why none other than our esteemed yet woefully unprepared host, Mike. So sit back, relax, maybe grab a snack. This musical interlude is just gonna be a thing. We'll get back to the legal stuff eventually, probably.
Do we have Mr. Sorrell's file,
So
anybody?
fill the gaping void where insightful legal analysis should be.
We'll try, Deputy. We're gonna try to get Mr. Sorrell taken care of for you, okay?
Yes,
sir. We're good. Let us know what you need.
Infinite wisdom decided to subject you to this artistic expression. God help us all. Please do not hold Mike accountable for this. Bless his heart. Mike didn't quite foresee these moments of dead air when he planned for this whole thing. He clearly has no idea what he's doing. So sit back, relax, maybe grab a snack. This musical interlude is just gonna be
Not guilty, so I'll stay here 2 weeks.
eventually,
I'll stay here the normal 1 month.
Gregory Lynn Sorrell, 25W702221.
Michael A. Carmen, P73824 on behalf of the defendant.
Sir, your name?
Gregory L. Sorrell with frostbite feet. Gotta get to the hospital here.
Yeah, nobody asked.
Do you want a 1 week adjournment? Is that what you want?
I want a court date set up. I'm not guilty on any of those charges.
Your Honor, we do need an adjournment of the pretrial so that I can get discovery, though. I do not have it.
Appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of the people.
We're gonna adjourn this 1 week to February the 11th. You'll get him discovery?
Yes.
Okay, and we'll make it at what time, Lisa?
9:30.
At 9:30, okay? Bond is continued.
Could have did that a long time ago. Should have set up all these other cases for what? My feet frostbite. You should be frostbite. You just said it. Shit.
Good luck, Mr. Sorrell.
Yes. You have a blessed day. Yeah.
You too, Deputy. Thank you.
I am the blessed.
Javari McGee Holmes, 214-717-623.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Judge Renee Cooper, on behalf of Mr. Holmes, who I have been speaking with all morning, and he's
We
on.
need him on, hang on, he was in the jail, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's supposed to be coming from Zoom.
I'm trying to
I
move
was
him.
informed that Detective Driscoll's been waiting to be entered into the Zoom hearing
Yeah,
today.
Detective Driscoll, I saw appear here momentarily.
They were brought in and put into a breakout room with Mr. Cooper. I'm just trying to move him back out. It's not moving.
Technology.
I'm telling you, I'm getting so sick of Zoom.
Yeah, it's getting tiring.
It is.
I just
Hopefully we
closed all
go
the
back
rooms
to
to try to get him out, Judge.
No. I understand. Take your time, Lisa.
Aha.
Here you are. Your name, sir? I need you guys to unmute their detective and then both state your names.
Can you hear us, Judge?
Yes.
Javari Holmes.
All right, Detective.
Detective Sergeant Mark Driscoll, Trent Police.
So we're supposed to be doing the exam today, right?
Correct, Judge. So on Friday, I had an opportunity to speak with the detective, the defense attorney, the victim, and I even went to my supervisors because the defendant in this case is a habitual fourth, but the officers, some of them include, they live in Ohio. So we got a plea done on this case.
A plea?
Yes, to a misdemeanor.
Okay.
No.
And can you please let me finish speaking before you interrupt?
Hang on, just let him finish, Mr. Cooper. Go ahead.
And so I extended it to defense, and my understanding is that the defense attorney was trying to get a hold of his client and wasn't able to.
Ended.
And so I was under the impression that this case was going to be pled out due to, extremely generous offer in this case, based on the circumstances.
So you called your witnesses off?
Yeah, so there was no witness. So I didn't subpoena them because I anticipated that they.
So you made an assumption, Mr. Mohammed.
Correct.
That you shouldn't have made.
Correct, but you're right. And if anyone's fault, it's mine, and I'll take the full responsibility for my witnesses not being here. But I was also under the impression that it's going to likely be pled out just based off of my discussions. And so then I reached out to defense counsel yesterday, and he was attempting to get in touch with his client, and he was under the impression that he was in the Wayne County jail. But then I learned from the detective in this case that he was actually in, I think it was Macomb or Monroe, one of those, or Washtenaw, my apologies. And I relayed that to defense counsel, and then he attempted to make contact. He wasn't able to speak to him until today. And it's my understanding that the defendant is not accepting the plea offer. So respectfully, I'm requesting a 1-week adjournment. If it's not granted and the court decides to dismiss this case, it will be reissued, and this process will start right back over. And, this plea offer was extremely generous.
But they don't have to take a plea offer whether you think it's generous or not.
I understand that, but.
Made a mistake. You're a young lawyer. You shouldn't do that. Don't do that again. Mr. Cooper, what do you have to say?
I'd like the matter dismissed, Judge. I don't want to go through the whole sequence of events the way I see them. I just would like the matter dismissed. There's no witnesses there.
Gotta be really careful. I'm adjourning 1 week.
I can't be there in a week, Judge. I can't do that week. Wait.
Put your hand down.
Put your hand down. I start a trial on Tuesday, the 11th. Judge, I would ask that you ask. I would ask that you ask the prosecutor if the witnesses were even subpoenaed.
Judge, really quick. Judge, may I interrupt really quick? Sorry. Mr. Holmes, I know I'm not as a counsel, but he just talked to me, asked if he could convene with his attorney. He's reconsidering taking the offer. Obviously, he needs to talk to his attorney prior to that. That's why he had his hand raised.
I see. Mr. Cooper, do you want to talk to him?
Sure, Judge, if he wishes to speak, absolutely.
I'm not going to change my mind on that. If you can't do it next week, I'll set it for the 18th. I get it. He's a young prosecutor. He made a mistake. Don't proceed on assumptions. That's the bottom line. I mean, he didn't tell you you should have had them subpoenaed anyway long before Friday, but that's neither here nor there. I'll let you talk to your client again, and you come back in here and tell me how you wish to proceed. It's a 2-year, right? All we have is a UDAA, or wait, what do we have here?
So it's a 5-year.
Right, one 5-year felony UDAA, right?
Correct, and it would be reduced to unlawful use of a vehicle, which is a high court misdemeanor.
Well, he's left, so give him a minute, and let's see what they come up with. I don't know what to tell you. Demetrius Deontay Johnson, 24W7271792, and I'm also calling Dejan Latrell Lindsay, 24B727-207.
No, I'm curious.
And
Does that case come back?
7271791. Ms. Watt, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Coral Watt appearing on behalf of Demetrius Johnson, P41508.
Mr.
And
Collins?
good morning, Your Honor. Harold Collins, P56805, on behalf of Mr. Dejan Lindsay, who is not present in the courtroom nor on Zoom, Judge.
All right. I need you to start your video, Mr. Collins.
Okay, Judge, I'm mobile. I'm pulling over to the side.
Yeah. Zoom deals are about to disappear on PCCs here. I don't care who wants to tell me what. It's going to happen soon. February the 18th will continue to be the exam. We're going to set that out at 10 o'clock in the morning. February 18th at 10. Have him read it out, Mr. Lindsay.
Can't
And
do
then
that.
What's that?
That's the same date that he has another hearing in Macomb.
Well, then let's do it next week. I'm
Judge,
issuing a warrant on, guys, you're killing me on this one.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do it the 11th either?
Yep.
Judge, if I may.
I'm issuing a warrant on your client, Ms. Watts, so this isn't going to concern you. I'm just telling you, he didn't show, he was here. I'm issuing a warrant on Mr. Johnson. I'm setting 75,000, 10%, and we are going to issue a show cause against the surety company as to why the bond ought not be forfeited for his failure to appear. So that's what I'm doing on yours. Now, so you're all set, Ms. Watts. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
You too. Mr. Collins.
Yes, Judge.
I can't move it. I'm not going to be here the 25th. I can't move it to the, he can't do the 18th. I'm not moving it to March. This case was arraigned December 27th.
Judge, I understand, you know, it's been some complications, not of our doing. I have an exam at 10 o'clock on the 11th in 36th District Court. And so I don't know, Judge.
What time? Hang on. Does Judge Heston have anything going next Tuesday afternoon, Lisa?
Let me.
And great morning. All right.
Okay.
I am Judge Lenise Bryant. Welcome.
Yeah, it's going to be something I don't like, but
Oh.
yeah, you can say it.
It's just that if he's in Macomb, we have to send someone to get him. So if we wait till after the 18th, he would be transported from Wayne County. It's something
Yeah,
to keep in
Judge,
mind.
that'll be better. Let's get him back in our hands and set a date. I know you're not there the 25th, but
you guys, listen, I mean.
Judge, also.
Hang on. Let me talk a second. This is an RNC motor vehicle case. 95, hang on, let me finish. 95 to 98% of these.
Settle down.
They don't want to waive, it's okay. But I got to do it at some point. You're killing me with my time guidelines here. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. This is my last term, but I still am a rule follower to the extent that I'm supposed to be. And I don't want to adjourn it to March, Mr. Collins. So you're saying you can't do it the 18th because your client's got one there. You can't do it next week. Why can't we do it in the afternoon at 1 p.m.? Are you here on this one, Detective?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any reason Woodhaven can't go get him and bring him here go to Macomb and get this guy and bring him here next week?
Yeah, Your Honor, we can make that happen.
1 o'clock, February the 11th. You can do your one in Detroit, and 1 o'clock we'll set it. We'll have your client here and we'll go from there. That's the best I'm gonna do. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
Sometimes
Judge.
it's very not.
District Court. You are at the 36th District Court. You are at 36.
Much, everybody. See you next week at 1 o'clock. Angela Bellinger. Angela Marie Bellinger, 214-725-324.
Michael Carlin, P7324 on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Your name, ma'am?
Angela Marie Bellinger.
All right, so he brought he subpoenaed them. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set this for a bench, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, ma'am?
Yes.
You have the constitutional right to a jury trial. At a jury trial, 6 people would be impaneled. All 6 would have to agree that you're guilty. beyond a reasonable doubt in order for you to be convicted. By waiving your right to a jury trial, I will be the one who will solely decide your guilt or innocence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You still wish to give up your right to a jury?
Yes.
Anybody force you to do that?
No.
I'll accept the waiver. We'll set it for bench. When are we doing this one, Lisa?
March 4th at 1 p.m.
March 4th at 1 p.m. Good with you, counsel?
Works for me, Your Honor.
All right. I'll accept the
Hey,
waiver. I'm
Mohammed.
signing the waiver of trial by jury form, and we will set this for next week. I'm sorry, for March the 10th. March the 4th, rather. March the 4th at 1. All right, you ready, Mr. Cooper?
He wishes to take the misdemeanor. We need Mr. Mohammed. I
Oh,
think
so
he
okay.
is
Does want
writing
the
up.
deal.
I don't know. Good. Mr. Mohammed must have taken the file, so we'll wait for him to come back in and I'll take care of that. Jacqueline Lee Luna, 24B716755.
Michael A. Thompson, 73824, on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Ms. Luna, your name?
I'm Jacqueline Luna.
Did you sign, and this is going to be a bench trial, right?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, did you sign, read, and understand the document entitled waiver of trial by jury and election be tried without jury?
Yes, Your
You have the
Honor.
constitutional right to a jury trial. At a jury trial, 6 people would be impaneled. All 6 would have to agree that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in order for you to be convicted. By waiving your right to a jury trial, I will be the one who will solely decide your guilt or innocence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to give up your right to a trial by
No.
jury?
No.
All right, I'll accept the waiver. We'll set this for bench. When are we going to do this one?
March 14th at 8:30.
I believe Delilah has court that day, if it's a Wednesday.
Who?
My daughter.
No, this is a Tuesday.
Okay, all right, sorry,
I
Your
thought you
Honor.
said
That's-
jury trial. Did
What's that?
you say jury trial?
No, bench.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was jury. Hang on, let me
Okay.
get the date. March 11th at 1 p.m.
Any conflict with that?
I don't believe so.
March 11th at 1 p.m. will be the court date, okay?
Okay,
All right, good luck to you.
Your
thank
Honor,
you.
could we possibly use the 4th for that as well?
I don't,
This one will be very quick as far as I'm concerned.
what time we set the other one on the 4th, Lisa? 1?
1 o'clock.
We'll set this one for 1:15,
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
okay? 1:15 on March the 4th, March the 4th.
Thank you.
Okay,
Your
go
Honor.
down the hall and get your notice. No problem. Good luck. All right, so when he comes in with that paperwork, counsel, I'll go ahead and sign it, all right?
That's fine, Judge.
I mean, I'll take the plea or whatever it is.
It's
What's
attempt,
your names?
oh,
I'm sorry, go ahead. Attempt what?
attempt, UNT using without permission some 1-year misdemeanor.
Using without permission. That's just bizarre.
Be right with you there, sir.
I thought it was a
Mr.
DV.
McGill.
All right. I mean, that's pretty nasty plea deal based on the title of the charge. Sweet Jesus, I might have it wrong. I don't know.
I'm just gonna do this one. We gotta drive it back.
I think it's one of these deals.
Exciting and new.
He took the file deck, Mr. Mohammed, right, on Mr. Cooper's case?
I have no idea about the courtroom. What's that?
I just want to make sure it didn't get taken down the hall and that Mr. Mohammed has it.
Faster, easier, cheaper.
Mr. Holmes.
Guess
Yeah,
that
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes.
you have a
my
better
apologies.
chance.
Do you have the Holmes file? You guys, stay seated, everybody.
It is? I think so. Oh, perfect. Did you grab the Holmes file there? Judge is asking. You don't have a Holmes file. Okay. All right.
Don Holmes is down here in the stack from the judge.
Thank you, Zach.
Anxiety leads to constipation.
We're just waiting. My recorder had to take care of something, Mr. Cooper. She'll be back in 60 seconds.
Any objection, Mr. Miller?
I actually object to everything he's doing.
People against. Javari, McGee, Holmes, 24 T717623FY. Mr. Holmes, your name?
Javari Holmes.
Good morning, Mr. Cooper.
I think he's in front of another court now, Judge.
Yeah, this is why we got to do a waiver soon.
Oh, man.
Do I have another file in front of me?
I want to dumber down the ticket. Like I want to fight that.
Gentlemen, I gotta wait. He's in front of another judge.
Absolutely.
There is no schedule at Law Talk Nation. You can only pay to get a notification. If you're lucky, it's a spicy fornication. It's another day on Law Talk with Mike. We got preacher on the dial. Let it always make your chest smile.
People against Rachel Lynn Taylor, 242-726. Client's represented by Tony Cameron. He's in front of another judge. He was advised to.
It's another day on Law Talk with Mike. Courtroom is always popping off. You have a failure appear and you scoff. Judge Simpson is never going soft. Webster is always showing heart. We are heading into that song 6 summer.
Was it? No. I don't know if we wrote it.
All right, so am I right? All right, let me just call it. People against Chamberlain, Pollock, 24G721855. Everybody's name.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of the people, P86771.
Good morning, Judge Attorney John Camilleri on behalf of the defendant, Cheryl Pollock, who's present in the courtroom.
Name, ma'am?
I'm sorry, sir.
Your name?
Cheryl Ann Pollock.
So we have 4 counts: operating while intoxicated, causing serious injury, leaving the scene of a personal injury accident, operating with a high BAC, and then operating while intoxicated is set forth in count 4. As I understand it, defendant's going to plead as charged on the leaving the scene of a personal injury accident, count 2, a 1 year. She's going to plead guilty to operating while with a high BAC is set forth in count 3, and then count 1, the felony charge of operating while intoxicated causing serious injury, and count 4, operating while intoxicated, will be dismissed. Is that right, Mr. Muhammad?
Your Honor, you stated guilty. It's a no contest plea.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Somebody give me the police report. All right, so can't take a no contest plea.
Here you go, Your Honor.
Gentlemen, if I don't have it.
Yes, Judge, and for the record, there's a stipulation to the IR for purposes of the factual basis.
All right, so let's do this. We're gonna have that marked Peoples 1. You stipulate I can use the report to establish a factual basis, Mr. Camilleri?
I do.
Mr. Mohammed?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so let's talk about to leave the scene of a PI accident, ma'am. That's punishable by up to 1 year in jail, and your license will be suspended as a result of that conviction. It's also punishable by up to $1,000 in fines plus costs or all of those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Operating with a high BAC is punishable by up to 6 months in jail, $200 mandatory minimum in fines, up to $700, 6 points on your record. Your license would be suspended or revoked in accordance with your record, and your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead no contest, those pleas have that plea has the same effect as a guilty plea. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You got to keep your voice up.
Yes.
And the
Your Honor.
convictions, as I just outlined, would go on your record, and then you would come back for sentencing after a screening and assessment report. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead no contest, you will be giving up all of those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Lieutenant Bullard, your name?
Chief Bruce Bullard, Director.
I'm sorry, my apologies. My apologies. To the charge of leave the scene of a personal injury accident, how do you plead?
No contest.
To the charge of operating while intoxicated with a high BAC, how do you plead?
No contest.
All right, I've had that reviewed in our marked Peoples 1. I'm going to review it.
There shall not be any cutting of trees. Don't cut any trees. I'll pass the order to them. No cutting of trees, no felling of trees in Patna number 12.
All right. Based on my review of the report, I find there's a factual basis for the plea. Are you on probation or parole, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
And Judge, just for the record, I noted you just said guilty.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Anybody force you to plead no contest?
Does anyone force you to plead no contest today?
No.
Okay.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody promise you anything to induce you to plead no contest other than the fact that the count 1 and counts 4 would be dismissed?
Yes.
Somebody promise you something other than that?
No. No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll accept your plea as to count 2, leave scene of a PI accident, count 3, operating with a high BAC. Counts 1 and 4 are dismissed on motion to prosecute. We're going to order a screening and assessment. Does she have any priors, counsel? 1 and 12?
1 and 12.
Has she been going AA?
Yes, Judge, she's on a alcohol monitor right now. She's blowing about 5 times a day.
Have you seen her AA verification?
I have not, but she has it with her. And she's been on the scram unit, Your Honor, since the arraignment.
Soberlin.
Soberlin, sorry.
AA?
And counseling, she's been going to
That makes
counseling
sense.
since this occurred.
So have you been going AA at least 12 times? She's done 12 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She went February 3rd, 3 times a week.
Okay. All right, that's, yeah. You might be 1 or 2 slight, that's fine. We'll order a screening and assessment. We'll
okay, that
send
makes
you
more
on,
sense.
Lisa. Do I need any more for court to school?
You don't have any schedules for court to school, Judge.
I'd love to have you do one with this
I'd
case.
gladly do it.
We have 2 on the 20th.
I'll be out of town, Judge, February 20th.
The other 2 are full.
What other
We have
day?
on each of them.
Is 20th Grosio Middle School?
Yes.
And what's the one in Woodhaven next week? I got 3 already.
Yes, you have 3 for Brownstown and 3 for Woodhaven.
Can you do it next Thursday? I'd really like to have this one.
The 13th.
Yeah,
I can do it.
February 13th at Woodhaven High School. And what time's that start, Lisa, again? Is that 8 o'clock?
That one starts at 7:45.
All right, I need you there by 7:20 a.m., okay?
And Woodhaven High School.
Correct.
Okay.
7:20 a.m. Ma'am, we'll see you there for sentencing. I appreciate you doing that. Have a good day, Chief Bullard. Thank you, Mr. Camilleri. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. So go down the hall, get your notice, and then across the hall to probation where you'll fill out a questionnaire and be interviewed. Best of luck. Thank you. Thank you.
There we go. We'll end her off on a high note. I didn't know where I was headed. I presume that he did take a plea from the other guy. That was kind of fun. His attorney came rolling in, waving his sword. You know, I want a dismissal, and then he's like, no, I kind of want to take the deal. I skipped that at the end, but it doesn't matter. We had a full morning call of cranky Judge Dad, and it was delicious. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it. I'll see you soon.